Chinese。那刚才我们前厅长的莫伟丽先生呢，他本来他自己也是一位科研的高级技术人员，所以他呢对这一块比较认识。他说呢，其实很感谢我们的代表团选择来了安省，因为我们安省呢，除了我们在上后所有的东西发展非常好以外呢，其实我们也是在北美洲呢第3代头3个最重要的科研特别是医学科研的地方就光说接下来我们代表团会参与的，会去探访的这个 Universal Health Network 就是那个多伦多大学的那个医学连线。他们里面的那些教授的人数呢，光是医学研究的那个部分呢，就已经比加拿大最大的第3大的大学约克大学的所有的教授加起来的人数更多，所以我们投放的资源非常多，而且呢，我们写的那些研究的也非常多。那他也说呢，其实100年之前那个insulin胰岛素也是我们加拿大研究出来的，所以我们有这样子的交流呢，他觉得非常好，感谢你们选择来了安省感谢你们 ，Thank you。Thank you, Dr. Elizabeth. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're so happy to be joined by many councillors representing different cities here tonight. So I'd like to introduce and welcome all of them together on the stage. From the city of Toronto, we have Councillor Cynthia Lai. 接下来我们介绍所有的来自不同城市的市议员到台上来给我们祝贺一下哈。现是来自多伦多市的丰来桂霞市议员，来自列治文山的我们有陈志慧市议员，来自湾景市的我们有何虎金以及杨启金市议员哈，感谢你们来。来自代表来自那个旺市的杨世廷市议员的有他的先生Mr. Mario Rocco. So I'd like to thank Councillor Godwin Chen from the city of Richmond Hill. From the city of Markham, we have Councillor Alan Ho, Councillor Amanda Giancolucci. And representing Councillor Sandra Rocco, we have our former MPP, her husband, Mr. Mario Rocco. So I'm going to pass the microphone to all of them for the greetings.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Cynthia Lai. I'm very happy to represent the City of Toronto for all the delegation from China to attend the 4th Forum, the Canada-China Technology, Commercial and Innovation Forum. Actually, Mo Weili and I have just returned from a trade mission to China, representing Toronto, and we did touch a few cities. And exchange is very important because we have something that we can learn from each other. We can share information, we can share innovation, and we can share technology. And let me tell you, before my previous life, I used to be a medical technologist. I worked at this Toronto General Hospital as well as St. Michael's Hospital. So I do have a medical background, and I know how important it is to focus, because there are some medical innovation that China is having, but there's some innovation, some medical technologies that we have in Canada as well. I think it's very important that we exchange and we share and then we learn from each other. 大家晚上好，我就是丰赖桂霞，我是代表多伦多的市议员。我今天非常荣幸能够江会长、江主席邀请我来这里我就代表我们多伦多欢迎所有国内来的那些代表团大多伦多这个地区呢，都非常有那个科技方面，人家说是加拿大的 Silicon Valley 矽谷是吧？不知怎么说了，硅谷。我的普通话有限哎呀，可以了 ，Silicon Valley you know what I'm talking about。所以呢就大家呢都是非常荣幸能够大家可以交流，非常重要的。然后呢今天我们跟所有的议员一起，都希望你们能够圆满成功，还有我们公赢、双赢，大家都 will win, everybody wins. Okay, thank you very much.
Good evening. Since there's 1, 2, 3, 5 of us, I'll be very brief. I would say three things. Number one, my name is called Godwin Chan. I'm a counselor in just north of here, city of Richmond Hill. I'm also the chair of Economic Development Committee. Now, everyone talk about our MPP here, our foreign minister, talking about the delegation. You came to a right place, Ontario. And my colleague, Cynthia, just mentioned about Toronto is the place to be. So I just, number one, like to extend a warm welcome to the delegation, as well as number two is thank you again for our beautiful chair, dynamic chair. I mean, she has been not doing it second time, third time, the fourth time. And one thing, and this is the last thing I want to say, is that I always value innovation, both in my personal life as well as in my professional life as a commercial lawyer, as well as now as a public official. Because without creative ideas, we'll never get to where we want to be. So, without further ado, I know every city has its strength, but you come to the right place, the Greater Toronto area, and I wish you much success. Visit all the hospitals in the north. We have Mackenzie Health. I heard about that also in North York General, and you have been to downtown, and I never thought of mentioning this, but since my good friend Cynthia mentioned, once upon a time, when I was a student at U of T, I actually did a summer job for 2 radiologists in Toronto Western Hospital. That's the thing that I'll leave it with you. Have a wonderful time and enjoy tonight, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas. And at the end, I'm sure we have all greetings that I'll give to you. So, 我希望大家有一个很愉快的晚上，还有代表权，你们有一个很丰盛的成果。谢谢。
Good evening, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is An Ho. I'm Markham City Councillor and also the chair of Culture and Economic Development Committee. 首先呢，非常的欢迎从中国过来的代表团，因为呢，你在来到湾仔市，湾仔市有很多地方呢，你可以觉得呢，好像在你的家乡一样。因为呢，在湾仔市，我们的人口呢有46%，差不多一半是华人来的。因此呢，我们湾仔市呢也叫China Capital of Canada, and also High Tech Capital of Canada. We would like to welcome you all to the most diverse community in Canada. And well, as you know, our MPP has just said, in fact, you know, Ontario is the driving force for the economy of the whole Canada. And this is, you know, through the many collaboration of different levels of government, we have been able to keep our unemployment rate below 6%. Below 6%, and although, you know, it just, you know, risen up a little bit recently, and still, you know, very low in this kind of, you know, well-developed countries like, you know, Canada. And we look forward to seeing more business transaction and activities between the two countries, China and Canada, and and make, you know, our economy, you know, much better. 会人呢欢迎你们的，希望呢可以看到很多上元的活动，令我们的经济更好。在这里呢，其实我们的市长非常的想过来的，因为今天晚上有会议不可以过来7点呢，我们呢把市长的客气几点thank you so much, thank you.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Amanda Young Colucci. I'm a Ward 6 Councilor at City of Markham. 大家好，晚上好。我是万镇市第6区的市议员杨喜庆。First of all, I would like to welcome the delegation all the way from China, and also thank you very much, Jacqueline, for hosting such a wonderful forum to have more exchanges in terms of innovation, technology, and commerce as well. As we all know that my colleague, the Councillor Ellen Ho, has already mentioned that we're the capital of high-tech capital in Canada. And in fact, we actually have a lot of high-tech companies is actually headquartered in City of Markham as well, such as like Huawei, IBM, Motorola, whatever you can name it, right? So there's a lot of high-tech companies is actually situated in Markham. So you definitely picked the right city to host this forum. And 就是呢，我们的湾镇市呢，好像我们的何虎景议员已经说过呢，就是我们湾镇市呢是一个高科技的一个城市来的，就是呢不单只是这样，就是我们的IBM 呢，还有就是华为了，还有就是 Motorola 也是在那个湾镇市有一个的headquarter 的总部就是在那个湾镇市的，所以呢，我们的主持Jacqueline 就是找对了那个地方，做这一个的论坛哈。At the same time, I also wanted to say, thank you for the delegation for coming over to actually have such a wonderful innovation and technology forum and to have more exchanges. And hopefully that you can actually have further investment in City of Markham as well, create some more companies here and also create more jobs in City of Markham. 最后呢，就是也祝愿你们的这一个的交流，这一个的活动完美成功，就是希望你们我们的在中国来的朋友也可以选择湾镇市作为一个高科技的投资的一个地方。谢谢大家，祝你们的活动完美成功，谢谢。
Good evening to everyone, and a special welcome to the delegation from China. I'm here on behalf of my wife, Sandra Yanguarco, who is having an official meeting tonight. That's why she's not here. But she wanted to be here because this forum will be providing leadership in new technology, commerce, and innovation, and has created wealth and jobs in Canada and elsewhere. This year forum has significant participation from the medical industry. And in Vaughan, as you already know, you heard McKenzie, but we have one already built and one which will be completed in about 6 months. This is the latest, the highest innovation within the medical, the hospital industry that will be built in Vaughan. It is $1.4 billion as of the first phase, but there will be more in the future. And so it is the latest smart technology. Now I understand you're going to visit Mackenzie, if that's the case. My wife had offered to assist any of you who wish to have some contact, I guess not knowing that you already have, but if her office can be of assistance, feel free to contact her, and she will be happy to assist the hospital and in whatever you will be able to see, which I suspect that there will be some parts that will be new to you, and you will be able to bring back to China and share, as the former minister indicated. We need to share and cooperate so that we can make a better, a stronger, and a wealthier economy, but also we will be able to provide medical services to all of us when we need them, no matter where we are. And the more we do, the more research we do, such as the insulin that was done 99 years ago, we will be able to provide services to everyone, anywhere. And that should be our objective, because we all belong to the same world. We should all share what we have. I will complete by reminding you that my wife is very much interested in speaking with anyone of the Chinese delegation She is chairing the smart plan and the city plan, and also the economic prosperity task force, which deal with what you're doing here. So if you have any interest in communicating with her, we'll be pleased to chat with you. And of course, I have a certificate on her behalf. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.
刚才我们最后讲话的代表他太太的那位先生呢，其实他也欢迎所有现场朋友啊，其实他太太呢在旺市那边的是语言，他也是华裔来的，所以他也很希望呢能够欢迎你们到旺市那边啊、如果需要任何的跟旺市或者是其他机构的联系的话，他也很愿意为大家服务。So, again, we'd like to thank all the counselors. 那接下来呢，因为他已经在台上。